Hey, good morning, Cornerstone. I'm here today with our inspirational vitamin from Luke chapter 2, verse 52. The small verse says, "And Jesus grew in wisdom and stature, in favor with God and man." This verse comes right after a story about Jesus, where his parents go to the festival of the Passover, which was their custom. When they leave, they think Jesus is with them. But traveling on for a day, they realize they haven't seen Jesus. So they start looking amongst their friends and relatives who were traveling with them. Jesus isn't there. So they go back and they find Jesus in the temple courts. And Jesus is like, "Why were you looking for me? You know, I had to be here about my Father's business." And he was there listening to the teachers and the elders, learning from them. And the great thing about this verse 52, that says he grew in wisdom and stature and favor in the eyes of God and man, is that Jesus really did not need to grow in favor of man. He was God, right? The Bible talks about how he was in very nature God. But even Jesus knew that it was important for him to grow in the eyes of the people that would follow him. And I think sometimes for us, we can be like, well, listen, God knows my heart. As long as God sees, I don't care what people think about me, or I don't care if people see what I do, or some of us just love to be behind the scenes. And I think that there's a beautiful humility that comes in that. But I also want to encourage you to allow people to see your growth, right? It says that he grew in wisdom and in stature. So he grew physically, right? Which some of us are past that prime. I've been the same height since 5th grade. So there's that for that, right? But he grew in favor both with God and man. And in order for us to influence people to see God, we need to grow in favor with them. So I just want to encourage us to be mindful that our growth is shown. We should not be doing things just for, the applause of man or the acceptance of man or the affirmation of man. But it's not a bad thing to grow in the favor of the people around you. It's not a bad thing that your wisdom and your spiritual growth is shown. So I want to encourage us this week to make sure that we're showing our spiritual growth, that we're growing in favor with people, because we never know who it might save. We never know who might just ask us, "Hey, I noticed something different about you. What is it that you're doing?" And give us the chance to share what God is doing in our lives. Okay, so I hope that helped you today. Peace.